Welcome back to Trash Panda Off-Road, guys. Today's episode, we got a couple more things we got to button up on the 2-liter swap, and then hopefully we take it out for a drive. One of the things we're going to do today, install this fan. It's going to be put in front of the radiator, used as a pusher fan. I'm going to mount that right here, obviously in front of the radiator. The other thing that you can't really see is we have to put some exhaust on it. What I plan to do, hopefully, is just mate the exhaust off of the 2-liter to the pipe and muffler that's already ran in here. I'm hoping that I have a adapter, you know, the little wire clampy, hose clampy thing from one of these exhausts that I've made, but I still have to cut. Oh, I stepped in a puddle. I still have to cut the exhaust out right there. I need that piece right there. I don't know if that's a catalytic converter or what, but I need that piece to bolt on to the exhaust. And then we will see what pieces we have or what pieces we have to go buy in order to get this thing to all come together. Having a bit of an issue with the exhaust. I cut these off. Turns out they are threaded through here, not bolts and nuts. So I'm going to try to drill those out or go see if I can just buy this piece. I don't know. So I moved on to putting the fan in. You guys have seen in my other videos how to install one of these. Not a big deal. Just take it out of the box. Use something small to poke your holes through. Place it in there. Run the little wire tabbies. Really not a big deal. Then run your wiring whichever direction you want to go with a relay. I think I'm going to go full-time on, and we'll see how that works out. And if I want to change it, it's not a big deal to change it. Being kind of fickle here tonight, jumping around. Got the fan mounted. Got it turned into a pusher. Ran the ground just right here to the horn ground. Positive I haven't ran anywhere yet because I've got to get a relay and everything, and then we'll run it up through here, down just like we did in the Trash Panda. And we'll put a fuse switch in there. I let it idle here for probably a half hour, 45 minutes. It really never got above the halfway point. Really not sure what that means in terms of actual temperature degrees, but it idled just fine, no big deal. And so don't have the pieces for that either. So we'll go on to the third project that needs to be cleaned up before we can go for a ride, and that is getting rid of a lot of these wires that are no longer used. What we're going to do here is just basically find a connector. Go up about 5 or 6 inches, cut the wires, and then we'll get rid of this, and then I'll go up a few more inches because I got to get in there, but I can't get in there when I got all this mess here, and some of these I need to keep, so it's easier for me just to cut short and then cut a couple different times, and it'll take a little longer, but I'll make sure I have it done correctly that way. So it's pretty slow going, but I did clean it all up, as you can see in there, way better. Got room for my foot to just sit there and relax when I'm not shifting. Nothing hits. It's all out of the way. So, got that part taken care of. Still got to do fan and exhaust. This is a rare Sunday morning. Up early before everybody. Trying to get this thing buttoned up. I'd like to drive it to work this week. So, smudge pot's going because it's freaking cold. I got it full blast. I should close that a little bit. There we go. Okay, so I ran the wiring the same way I did on the other one, on the Trash Panda. It's simple, it's easy, I don't have to mess with anything. I just go down and buy a wiring kit for LED lights or whatever, for your light bars. I just go down and buy one of those kits, wire this thing in, bundle it up. It comes with a regulator, positive, negative. I still got a lot of wiring to clean up still. Bits and pieces here and there. I got stuff back here, doesn't go to anything. I'm pretty sure this no longer goes to anything. So ran it down through, and then I did switch to the exact same switch that I run in the Trash Panda in the exact same location, so as that it will be like habit for me. If I'm in a tracker, check the fan, no matter which tracker I'm running. Probably gonna end up doing that if I ever switch on that one or the white one or any of the other ones around here. So taking the grill off, I noticed, well, I knew before, that it was black taped right there with some electrical, or not electrical, but some black duct tape. But I happen to have that perfect grill. Okay, it's not perfect. It's got a little chink missing out of it. But that better grill up in the rafters here I've had hanging in my shop. So that one is a little different, but it should work just fine. Gonna put that grill on instead. Don't know if I'm gonna keep the junky grill or not. It's always good to have these things lying around because they break so easily. So that grill goes on. We'll finish that up, and then we're on to exhaust, and then we should be able to drive this thing down the road, maybe to work tomorrow. Well, that was unexpected. So it turns out, if you look into the grill I want to use, the hole that holds the front piece in is on the left side of the center beam. If you look at the grill I'm replacing, that hole is moved over to the right hand side. So I think, rather than mess with modifying anything right now, I'm just going to go ahead and put this grill back in for now and go with that. I'll probably put some tape or a piece of plastic on the back of that to re-support where it's broken, and we'll just run this one for now. Interesting. Maybe I'll switch it later. I just don't want to deal with that now. I want to get this thing going. Oh, sounds a lot better now. Oh, I hope that isn't something stuck in there. Whew. That was close. Okay. So, pro tip, guys. I should have put this way sooner in the video. Do not cut the bolts on the 03 tracker. Those turned out to be threaded through. I had to drill those back out again in order to get the exhaust back in again. All I did was just pipe it right back into the exhaust that was already in here, because it was a 2-inch exhaust already from when I had the header on the 8 valve. So all I did was cut it and pipe it in and splice it. You see in there. Unfortunately, I did have to drill those out first. But all in all, I think we're ready to go for a test drive. Okay guys, that's the end of the series. Got the 2-liter in there. I just took it for a quick test drive. Put about 15 miles on it or so. It is definitely quicker. It does get 5th gear. It cruises down the highway with the speedometer reading 55. And the TAC is right around 3,000. Has no issues. Can actually gain speed still in that gear. Couple of things I'm not sure about. Somewhere I've got something hooked up or not hooked up. I have no backup lights. Also, this motor shakes. I'm sure that's got to be a vacuum line somewhere, because it's a shaking, and it's way difficult to handle this thing with power steering. I'm pretty sure it needs an alignment. I've never aligned it, and I know I've had that whole knuckle off when I replaced it because it had a bearing go out. All in all though, I'm glad I did it. Wasn't terrible, wasn't too costly. Hopefully you guys will be considering doing this swap. Get a hold of the guys down at Trail Tough. They helped me out all along the way. I called them many times. So that's about it, guys. Thank you so much for watching this episode and all the other episodes. Subscribe to the channel if you're into Geo Tracker stuff, and of course follow along Trash Panda Off-Road on the Instagram. Now that we have everything dialed in and we got the roof rack up there, we're going to get ready to go on a trip here in a couple of weeks. Should have no problem cruising down the highway, unlike before when it was loaded up and we only got about 50 miles an hour, 55 miles an hour, screaming at like 4,000 RPMs. So we should do a lot better this trip. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.